Thursday morning, almost noon, still morning. Back down to the garage after a 13 hours days. Got a order in from Amazon. I order a few things from there every once in a while. I was at a shop house, so I ordered 30 rolls of those. They come in really handy. So, and I have been wanting one of these small air-driven belt sanders. So I ordered this from Amazon as well. I have no idea. It got very good customer reviews, so I have no idea if it's going to be a good one or not, but I'm wanting to use that to work on the welds in the corners on the floor pan, because the flapper disc just doesn't do it as good. So I wanted something I can get in the corners with, so that's what I got that thing for. And I also got an order in from our friends at Rock Auto. We have a Infinity. My wife loves Nissan products, so we have an Infinity. And before the Infinity, she had a Maxima. And when we bought the Infinity, we gave the Maxima to her mother, which Debbie took really good care of the car. It had 250,000 miles on it. It had 265,000 miles on it, and it's still running really good. This is 8 years later, and the car's still running good, but it needs struts and rear wheel bearings. So I got the rear wheel bearing, well, the whole hub, as a matter of fact. Wasn't very expensive. I think they were like 30 bucks a piece. So my brother-in-law, Debbie's brother, usually takes good care of the car and watches after it for her, because he lives over next to her. She's 45 minutes, almost an hour away. But since this thing needs wheel bearings and struts, I decided I'd bring it over here to the shop, since I've got a lift, and save him the torture of having to roll around on the ground and change these out. So I want to just bring it over here and take care of it myself, so he won't have to worry about it. So that's going to be on the agenda for later on. I am going to be working on the 65 this weekend. Probably won't do it today, because it's getting late in the afternoon and I don't want to heat the garage up. I had to go get gas, as you saw there at the start of the video. I had some running that I had to do this morning and get some wood to burn. So like I say, I will start on it in the morning, and of course that'll be just a matter of a few seconds for you guys from now, but I'm going to start on it in the morning and finish up that floor pan, and then start either chiseling or grinding the bed bolts out of this old rusty beauty here, and get ready to get the bed off so I can do some work on it. And I don't know if I've mentioned it in past videos, but I am going to put a dual master cylinder, a dual line master cylinder on here, and a power brake booster. And while I've got the bed off, I'm going to go ahead and replumb all the brake lines. So the guy that I got it from, like I say in my first video about it, he did take care of the brakes at all 4 wheels, and they look really good. Even the rubber hose is new. But I am going to put a dual master cylinder on it just for safety's sake. Like I said, this isn't a concourse restoration, but that will be happening. I haven't ordered the master cylinder yet, but that'll come a little bit later on. No big hurry ordering it right now, but I did find one at a really good price on eBay, and I'll be going that route with it when I take the bed off. So like I say, I'm going to call it quits for the day today, but I will see you guys in the morning, and like I say, that'll be just a matter of a few seconds for you. Show you more in the morning. Back in the shop. I have been doing some busting wood. I've got me a fire going this morning because it is still cold. Brought my big truck in for a few minutes. I've got to replace that hose right there. It keeps blowing off. Aftermarket's not very good. So I bought one from Ford. Very expensive. Ridiculously expensive is what it is, but that's it right there. I'm gonna go ahead and get that put on here in just a minute and then get started on the 65. So stay tuned. Got the big Ford truck done and out of here. I'm ready to start doing a little welding. I'm gonna finish this up. I'll get this finished up here and round off. And a little spot putty, a little primer, and rock and roll. Show you more in just a second. Okay, I'm done with this side over here. I've got everything ground and ready to put a little spot putty on. Fix me a couple of small pinholes right there and right there. So before I do anything over here as far as spot putty and all that, I'm going to go ahead and take care of this mess right here. Go ahead and get that out of the way. I got a couple of little pinholes right there too. What I'll do is I'll do them like I've done these over here. I just drill them out. Let me widen back up here. I'll just drill them out and put a little plug in them and fill them back in. That way I don't have to worry about it. But that big section right there, I'm going to go ahead and cut it out and put a fresh piece in it. Have to bend it up a little bit, try to make it fit. So little hammer and dolly work. I don't know how good I'm going to get it, but I'll give it a try. So I'll show you more in a minute. Okay, I had to wait for the air compressor to quit, but got this ugly piece out of there. And this little slot right here, because it's pretty ugly. Of course my light went off, but you can see right there my little slot. They don't make trans tunnels off just by themselves, so I'm going to have to do a little hammer and dolly work and bend that and get it to fit. So I have a piece of floor pan here that I can use. That will be a good enough size. Just got to trim it up a little, just trim it a little, and we'll make that work. So let's get started grinding and measuring and see what we can come up with. Show you more in a minute. I'll cut this on the outside of the line just a little bit so I can be sure and grind it in for my butt weld. Make sure it fits good. Plus I'm going to have to bend and tweak on it a little bit too, I think. So. Once again, we've jumped days. It's Saturday afternoon now at about, let's see, about 10 minutes after 1. And I have started patching that in. Been working on it for just about an hour. And it's not coming out like I want it to. I mean, it's going to be okay. Sorry about that. Battery went dead. So I'm going to just call it quits for a little while on this cab because I'm about to get just, I'm done frustrated with it. My brother's going to be here in just a little while and we're going to go ahead and get ready to pull this bed off. So I about got everything cleaned up outside of it, and I'm going to get up in here with a vacuum and get all these little pieces of weather stripping out up in here. So, and get ready to well, as rusty as this thing is, I think I'm just going to grind the bolt heads off on the bed and then we'll just have to go from there. So anyway, I'll show you more here in just a little bit. We got the truck up on the lift and got to looking up under the bed, and there's some bolts that we're not going to be able to get out. I'll show those to you here in just a second. But while I've got it over here and got it on the lift, I'm going to go ahead and fix this spot right here. Go ahead and cut that piece out right there and weld another piece in. Fix that. And where I've welded my floor pan from under the bottom, I'm going to have to do a little, I want to put some seam sealer around it, clean it up a little bit. But I'll show you. The bolts are really rusty. And this bolt right here, let's see if I can hold the light and show you the bolt at the same time. They're in there loose. They're rusted really bad. There it is. I can't move it. I can't show you with the camera at the same time, but they're really loose. They're rusted real bad, and we can't get them out. There's one on this side over here too. So, and then the bed bolts will have to be cut out from the top. We've got 2 of them cut loose. So we got this one out right here. We didn't drive it all the way out. We just wanted to see if we could get it. And then I got this one out right there. So we've only got 2 bolts out. And we got 4 more to go up here on top, which what he done was a good idea. He just took a death wheel and cut four notches in it, and then just knocked the head off and drove it out. So I do not have a plasma cutter, so I guess it's time to go buy a plasma cutter. So I'm gonna knock that way I can cut those bolts off. I might need it for some rusty stuff anyway, so I guess that is it. So that'll be it for this weekend. It's getting late, and I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna go ahead and post this video. So thank you all for watching. I have an Instagram account now. I'm gonna start putting some pictures on it. You might see some stuff in between videos. My Instagram account's also Pontiac 442 and Tommy McKinney. So and it's linked to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching. If you like my video, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and join us in the garage. Thank you all. Hope to see you again next week. Talk to you later. See you. Bye.